Good evening, everybody. Hope you are all very well on this Tuesday evening with myself, Jason, at Barnabas Junction for YouTube Tuesday. Hello to everybody already in the chat. Hope you can hear me okay. Let's just do a check. Hello to everybody. Yep, all good. Nice and clear. Wow, what have we got for you tonight? Well, we're going to be stripping down and starting the clean up of the Bachmann 158 that I mentioned last week on the YouTube Tuesday episode. Right, so lots of you already in the chat. Good to see you all. Thank you very much for coming and joining me. Just letting everybody come in before we get cracking. But I'll tell you what we'll do is we'll do what we have to do each and every week, and that is say a big thank you to everybody that is a channel member. I've got something to tell you about channel memberships in a very big moment. So yes, thank you very much to every single one of those in this list for being a channel member, helping to support the channel by joining as a member as a particular level. There are 6 levels of channel membership to choose from. If you want to become a channel member, you can do so. Link is on the homepage and also can be found on the community tab of the channel. So a big thank you to every single one of you for being a supporter by joining in to support this channel. It's very much appreciated to every single one of you. Now, for those of you who are channel members, I've got some interesting news coming potentially for you all in the next coming few weeks. So if you're not a channel member and you want to know about this news, then please do join today and you will get to know before the public. Big news on the channel membership front. Potentially, I've got some major changes coming to it. All will be revealed in a few weeks, I hope. Little snippets are going to be published directly to the channel members very soon. All because of something that YouTube are potentially going to implement over the coming months. So if you don't know what that is yet, then do some research. You'll soon find it. Yes, and I'm not too pleased about it, I would say, and that's over YouTube as a general whole. And I think it's got something to do with viewership and obviously shorts. I myself have seen viewership of my channel considerably plummet over the past several months, and I'm putting it down to shorts. Yeah, some changes coming afoot very soon with the channel and channel memberships. More on that will be obviously announced to the members in due course. Let's have a look at who is in the chat then. So let's say a big good evening to Flymo Chairman 1. He is feeling much better this week. Great to see you back with us at Flymo. Digger Evans also, my 2 mega monks. Arthur Humphreys and Hot Dog Pilot 63. Good evening to you both for joining us. And we'll down Model Railway Mark. Good evening, he says, and everyone in the chat. Who else we got in? Scrolling down, Robert of Clybridge. Good evening, Rob. Who else is in as well? Let's have a scroll through. Leslie Gilpin Railways. Good evening, Leslie. Been really enjoying your Carlisle videos, station videos. Really have enjoyed them. They've been a real pleasure to watch. Hillside Junction. Good evening to you. Also, Ebsworth Street. Good evening to you. Joining us this evening. Saying evening all. Peter Jackson Cheadle, thank you very much, Peter, for coming and joining us again this week. He was our new channel member for the channel starting from last week, so thank you very much. Mike of Edgeley Park Station, good evening to you. Looking at what evening all, welcome back, Adam, says Mick. Peter says hi, Jason, and everyone in the chat this evening. This month I'll be making 3 videos: the update, the 47 sound comparison, and the visit to the Model Rail Scotland, says Robert of Clybridge. Model Rail Scotland. Been there once, not been again back since. Vallis 56XX, good evening to you joining us. Brayton Junction, good evening also for joining us. Everyone's saying out on another. Great stuff. Good to see you all chatting away amongst yourselves and people saying hi to one another. Smallwood Junction, good evening to you. Who else? Anybody else I've not captured yet to say good evening to? Oswald Street Road TMD, good evening to you. Traitors Gate, good evening. Long time no see. Did see your return video recently. Great to see you back on the scene after your break, and look forward to the future content that you're going to be bringing to us all. Yeah, but great to see you in the chat again. Ashley Hoy, good evening to you. Thanks for joining us. Simon Trains Model Railway Showcase, quiet month, says Simon. Yeah, it's quiet, but a bit too quiet, I think. Who else is in Oswith Road? With a little help from my friends, my points are working and working well. Fantastic to hear. Interesting about your views. Mine are still buoyant. May also be a niche thing, says Leslie. Darren, how do everyone? How do Daz? Finlayton, Brian. Good evening, Brian. Great to see you here. And 156 Andrew saying hi to Barnabas Junction. Good evening to you, Andrew. This is quite up your street then, isn't it, tonight, this stream? Yes, Jason, yes, I'm back, says Traitors Gate. Great to hear that. Everyone's still saying hello to one another. Great to see links from Flymo dropping in also. I think I've caught up with the chat. Still lots of people saying hi to one another. Simon, right, what's he just put? Been to Southampton Model Rail Show. It was an okay event, even though it is in 8 different rooms in a college. Got a Hornby Terrier for £30. Ooh, bargain. Fantastic to hear. Andrew saying hi to Flymo. Great, buddy. How are you? And Digger saying hi to Finlayton, and Finlayton saying hi to Peter. Anyone else want to say hi? Johan is in. Greetings all. Thank you for joining us, Johan. Eppingham is in also. Evening all, he says. New Ferris Railroad. How are you doing from across the pond? We are doing very well. Thank you for joining us. And how are you? Simon saying hi to Finlayton, Digger saying hi to Andrew, Peter saying hi to Johan, Finlayton saying hi to Simon. Kendall's show at the weekend was small, but surprisingly perfectly formed. Only one layout I've seen before, and that was worth seeing again, says Leslie. Digger is being told hello from Andrew, and Johan is hi Flammo. Hope you are feeling better, sire. Kyle Stevens, hello, good evening. Thanks for joining us. New name in the chat. Thank you for joining us. Hot Dog saying hi to Ferris. Flymo says, saw that on Facebook pages, Simon. Nice bargain. Digger saying hi to Flymo and Ferris and Johan. Simon, the Model Railway Enthusiast, 83, evening to you. Says, even Jason, hope you're keeping well. I am, my friend. Thank you very much. Tell you what, I'm so glad to get rid of that bug that we had throughout last year. Cost gone now, thankfully. Lots of chats. Jason, Mr. X says hello. Good evening, Mr. X. Burton Central, loving the new content that's been released recently and looking forward to the developments. People all saying hello to one another. Shall I just go quiet while you all say hello to each other? Right. A mate just said to me that 158 should come to Clybridge. My reply, no chance. Oh, why not? Get some Scott Rail in there. Might be a bit too modern for you, I think. I'm not sure. So you're all 47s, aren't you? So, but then again, you might have some 57s because they're X47s, if you remember. Batman announcement is 9:30 a.m. tomorrow, says Hot Dog. Oh, interesting stuff. I hope it's better than Hornby's. Peter saying, great, Les, can't wait to see it. And Clybridge saying, how are you to Finnerton? Finnerton saying, how are you feeling, Flymo? Everyone's still saying hello to it. I could be here all day commenting on what everybody's saying hello to one another. Well, we've got a show to do. Links will be posted by our mega mods again tonight. No actual shout out this week, as I am absolutely snowed under with things in the background. How are you, Barnabas? I'm fine, thank you, Andrew. Trade's great. Jason, been watching all, but taking a back seat, but great as norm. Thank you very much, and it's great that you've still been tuning in. Right, so last week I was showing you these. The 158s. This is my 158 set, regional railway set, and yes, Clybridge, these are the ones that match that video you sent me about the 158s up in Bonnie, Scotland. This is the good set. We will be giving this a clean again as well tonight, and I'm going to get my roto wheel cleaner out for that. But I'm going to put, for the time being, I'm just going to put that to one side somewhere without shorting the lines out. Andy Dobson, hello to you. Cheers for joining us. This is the interesting one. Now, this is totally different running order. Now, I did get a comment regarding having this dead set in between the middle of my running set. Yes, I did take note of that, and I do understand what you're on about. Is because if I have this set, which is a different running number, in the middle of my other set, then I'm going to have the same running set at the very ends. I understand that, but it's just something. It's just the only way I can get around working this, unless I had this dead set at the end, which means I would have to glue another coupling onto my set that's got the skirting around the front. This set hasn't got the skirting like this set. Yeah, so these ones haven't got skirting on the dead set. I don't want to be damaging any skirting, because that skirting has to come off or be modified to allow for couplings to work in the space behind it. So it's not as good. But with these Westhill Wagon Works the Voyager couplings on these, I am obviously able to join together these two carriages, and they do stay together, which is good stuff. Pint of mild and bitter, please, Mick. Could you get it sent off for renumber? If I wanted to renumber it, I wouldn't necessarily have to send it off. I could probably do it myself, but I'm not too fussed, because not only rivets are going to notice, really. But what I'm going to do today is what we plan to do today on this stream is this set. If you remember what I showed you last week, this is the motor that I've already taken out of it, because this is packed up. It's had it. It's no good. And we've got the worm wheels from both sides of the motor, yeah, which had the drive shafts in them. Okay, those are dead sticky. What we're going to do is we're going to be stripping down both that power and the motor, the old motor set, which is unit, which is this one, and the dummy. We're going to be stripping them both down and making them better to freewheel, because at the moment these are that caked up they won't freewheel, which is a bit of a pain because it struggles. And looking at these wheels are absolutely rank. They are super filthy. Now this is going to be a bit of a first for me on the stream, so if I break something, it'll break, no loss to me. If I don't break it, then good stuff. But you're going to be here watching and learning as I do as well, because I absolutely don't know how to properly take all this all apart. I do have another camera just at the side of us. Stand up on Model Railway, good evening for you joining us. He's saying evening to all. So what we're going to be doing, let me move this motor out of the way, because literally it will be in the way. I need the full width of the table to work on this tonight. So I'm going to switch the camera to the camera, which is the overview camera. There we go. So there you go. You've got a good view now. And we're going to, the good thing about this set is I can bash it about a bit, so I'm not too fussed. So dead one, power dummy and power car. Let's get them stripped down. Now we'll put the dummy car to one side for now. We'll go work on the dummy. Now for this, normally these are, by the way, these are the old Bachmann Branchline 2-car sets, not the current new ones, which are been re-released. These are the old ones, so they're not DCC fitted, although my set has been DCC converted. Normally there would be 2 screws, one there underneath the bogie and one at that end, but this one's actually missing, so I only need to take the one out. Is it loose? I've unscrewed it enough. There we go. So I'll put that to one side. I nearly lost my screwdriver already. And simply with these, pretty easy, best to grab where the fake steps are, is just prise it open and just lift the body out like so. There we go. And that is out. And there's the gubbins. So the body inside has got lighting in it, but I've left these disconnected. I'm probably going to end up putting some tape around them to just isolate them. This won't be illuminated, although I'm considering potentially putting some interior lights inside operated by a wand, which I have got. I had it for a set, a coach, a Mark IV coach. Now, majority of the weight in this is actually in its body, but it does have additional weight added, which I believe, if I'm right, is this at the bottom, but I might be wrong. I'm not 100% certain. I'm not going to worry about that as such yet. My main concern is getting these power bogies out and stripping them down, and you'll see the amount of gunk that's in them, and you'll understand why this is not a free runner. So on top of each of the bogie, we do have 2 screws. One's underneath that plate there. 2 screws, literally undo those, and that bogie is now free to drop out. That's all that's holding it in. Now, obviously there's no wheel in this now, no, but if you look carefully, if I can get that to focus. Come on. Doesn't want to focus today. There we go. You can see the shine, the glimmer in there. It is, I'm trying to keep the light on it for you. That's that bit better. You can see the amount of gunk that's in there. We're going to get all that out, and that is for both sides. Now what I might actually also do is disconnect this wiring which is not actually essential. So this wiring will also be removed. And to do that, we have to take, you can hear cracking, we need to take out the seating, which should literally, there we go, they just lift out. They are slightly glued in actually, which is but not by me. So I might have to prise that. There we go. So we'll take the seating out, place that inside the body, out of the way. So yeah, I think we'll take the wiring out because it's not required. And to do that, we're simply going to waggle the wires free from the bogies. There we go. And likewise, I now need to undo this bogie. And release the wiring from this. Pull that through. Don't need to desolder this. That's it. Now that power board, just need to disconnect that. That should now lift out. There we go. So we'll remove the power board for the lighting circuit. Not required today. Always put that back for the future. Right. So we're left with the purely just the body, which I've just put my fingers in it. Can you see all that thick gunk in there? See if I can just scrape some of that out. Oof, that is really thick. Look at that. That is really, really gone all gunky and thick. And that's what the entire train is looking like. So I'll just get my rag. Ooh, that is super thick. Okay, of course I do. Just to release the power, weight a little bit, so I'm going to take the motor chassis out. So put them two screws to one side. Take the motor chassis out. And for those that you don't know, I think this is at the bottom underneath there. See that circle there? That is a place for putting a speaker, I believe. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I think that's the space for a speaker. Right, it's time to start doing some cleaning up, I think. Then we'll work on the body first. I'm just looking at the bogies. Yeah, they are a bit, they are well and truly. In fact, just looking at it, the cogs are quite in bad condition inside it. That's still there. So I may take out the cogs if I can, because they're going to be stripping down each of the bogies as well. So just put them to one side. Now, what do I use for cleaning stuff? Well, over the past I've used a variety of stuff, but I was introduced to a product. I'll just get the bottle actually. I was introduced to a product, a Federal modeler some time ago, and that's this stuff, Goo Gone. It's heavily used over in the States, but it is available here in the UK as well. Now, if you've got an idea, you can see this is, well, let me just put how much is in this bottle. It's a 0.5 of a litre, 1 quart bottle. Okay, and it's about there. I've used that much in 2 years, maybe a bit more. I've only used that much in 2 years. That's how long this stuff lasts. and I think me and a fellow modeler, we bought 2 bottles of this off eBay, and I think we paid £14 postage for both. And let's say I've not even used a quarter of my bottle yet. And no, it isn't for when I get caught short in the loft. I don't keep topping it up. So all I do is I have a little tub, and I've got a tub here of something I've been using recently. It's got a few bits in it from around the loft, and cotton buds, and it's exactly what it says. Will it stay for good? Will it stay good for a while yet, Jason? Plenty of room in order for older kits for fitting rooms in general. There are exceptions. If it's Brian, if you're doing it wrong. How old are these? These are 90s, from the 90s, say mid 90s. These 158, Robert. I think that's when they originally released them. Forget gronk it up, gunk it up, says Simon. Looking at the chat, wow, that's filthy. Yeah, it's super filthy, and that's just a little bit. Plenty of room in for the older kits. General, there are exceptions. Hi all. Oh, hello, Jeff Hammond. Sorry I'm late. I was having dinner. Never late, as he says, as Jenny says on her stream. Never late to the party. Will it stay good for a while? Yeah, Jason. Yeah, indeed it will. But I do also use other cleaning products. Use Trap Magic as well. That's good. Someone told me Goo Gone leaves a greasy film. It does, because if you just literally leave it on once you've got to wipe it off. This is where I use like isopropyl alcohol as well, because this Goo Gone, it is exactly what it says. As soon as you put it on the gunk, it just dissolves it into its liquid, and it's gone. But then obviously it does leave a bit of a film, so don't use it on your wheels without cleaning it back off afterwards. You put this on to break down the grease and muck, and then wipe it off with a cloth, and then just give it a little bit of isopropyl alcohol just to break down any film that might be residue that might be left behind. Isopropyl alcohol is also good, but this stuff for getting deep down into really bad, thick, dirty bits of your models is fantastic. It's also good, apparently, I've heard, for getting marks off your models because it does not damage the paintwork. Jason, please don't say it. We don't need Gandalf on the Tuesday. Right, so here's an example. I'm going to put this straight onto all this grease now, literally. I can see, as soon as I touch it, the grease is starting to break down already. I can see it breaking down. That's how fast this works. So I'm actually, this is metal body, so I'm fine putting it all over. It is already eating away at that muck, and literally I just rub it in. Obviously I'm not using this on wheels now, so I haven't got to worry too much about getting the muck, what's left behind off, but it's always good to just get that nice and clean. You can see the muck, grease and muck just coming off, just like me literally rubbing it over. The muck, the grease is solidifying, and I'm seeing nice clean metal now underneath already. So I'm going to leave that bit to work, and I'll go back over to the other side now, because this side's just as bad. I'm going to leave that to eat away at all the muck. And I do have my isopropyl alcohol at hand, ready to clean off give it its thorough clean afterwards. And this is actually, apparently, I do believe, I've never come to it. It's also great for getting glue marks off. It does break down glue. I'm going to have to get another stick. Where's my bin? It's there. Put that in the bin. do the opposite side. And it's always, if you get this on, don't worry if you get it on your hands, but if you do get it on your hands, don't go touching stuff, because as it said, it is kind of oil based. It is quite oily, and you will leave finger marks everywhere. I've just done the top of that. Look how filthy that was. So, cleaning all around. Good clean. Getting all the muck well and truly off. All the nooks and crannies. Big blob there of mist. Let's get working on that. Feel it. It's that slimy. The stick is actually sticking to it. It's that slimy. There we go. It's just literally lifted off. Gone. Oh, already feeling, wiping it over now. It's that clean. There's no muck left coming off. Oh, it also smells nice as well. It's got a bit of a citrusy smell to it. So it's not bad for the old nasal passages. It's very good. Does anyone know how to change dapple couplings to Farish? Dapple, oh right, you mean dapple couplings to Farish, right? I thought they were pretty much generic. Not really up on end stuff. There's plenty of NGOs that will be able to answer. What you're using looks like fairy. We're using Gugon. Let me get the bottle again. We're using Gugon. There we go. Put that in shot. It is made in the US of A. Let's see how much it eats at that text as well. That's an interesting. This will put it to test. We'll put it on that bit of writing that's underneath. See if we can get that to eat away at it. I don't think it will, but we'll see. I think we've given that enough, so we're going to leave that now to eat away at that muck. We'll have to wipe your hands. Have a look at the chat. Are there any NEMs from Darren? If so, pull out and change. Suggest changing dapple couplings for hunt couplings. Yeah, I think the hunt couplings are going to be very good actually for engage with. I mean, so small. Now then, the fun is going to be on these. These are absolutely. I'm going to take the coupling off so it doesn't get broke. There we go. Let's put that in there as well. Now, the tops are on these bogies. You can see there's two screws. That is what holds the worm gear in there. Obviously, I've already taken the worm gears out because I've had these off already. So these are two little screws that hold down a cap. There it is. And let's take the screws out, pop them out. It's that caked up, the screws won't fall out. Put the screws in there. I'm going to literally drop that into the box, into the mid-tub. Now we need to get down into the nitty-gritty of the cogs that are inside. Yeah. Now, I'll preferably want to take them out. And to do that, we have a little clip. See that there at the end? We've got a clip. We've got to lift that clip off, like so. And then push at the back, and the whole bogie comes out of, oh my lord, comes out of the carriage. And look at all that lot in there. Look at all that. That is absolutely disgusting. That's going to take some cleaning, and both of them are like that, and the undercarriage as well. Let's just give that undercarriage a coat. Oh my god, it's jellified. It's just literally coming off in chunks. Oof. No wonder it was struggling to turn. Let's put the bottle back down. That is disgusting. Looks like toothpaste. Yeah, I think it's thicker than toothpaste. So I'll give that a good cleaning. Now be careful when you do these clips on there, on each end of these. You have to be very careful when you do release them. If you pull on these clips too hard, they will snap off. So be very careful with them. Right, so I'm going to leave that to soak, that undercarriage. And do you know what? I'm actually going to release the other side as well. Let's have a look at the other side. That one's not too bad. Still thick, but it's not too bad. That one's a little bit better. Still a few blobs in there, and the undercarriage is actually a lot cleaner. Still thick, but it's a lot cleaner than the other one, the first one was. Northern, Craig, hello, good evening, cheers for joining us, and Dino, hello Dino, and Craig of New Junction. Model Railway Andy as well, good evening to you, cheers for joining us. I have a Bachmann Class 46 Peak that I serviced recently, same design, also early 90s model, still noisy though. Thankfully, I've got 158 sets here, and my noisiest one, I think it's my Ginster's one. GWR Buckingham Junction, good evening to you as well. Cheers for joining. Right there, we left these to soak. Let's get rid of that. Wipe your hands. Has that been to the valley, Jason? It hasn't, no. Right. Let's dig deep. Let's first of all, we're going to take the wheels out. Now these literally, because the bottoms are off, the wheels lift out. Look, they're that thick. They've just literally pulled out. That was blurred on it. So there's the wheels. I'm going to drop the wheels because if you've got wheels with traction tires on, don't use Goo Gone on it. It will eat the rubber. So now we're left with the main body. Oh my lord, that is disgusting. It is disgusting. I'm going to dip that into the whole thing in for now. Oh, my hands are sticky. I'm going to drop a little bit more Goo Gone in that tub so it covers over the items a bit better. Just that little bit more, that's better. Ooh. Just get my isopropanol alcohol ready. Right, and we'll also now take apart the other bogie. I say this one is not as dirty as the other one, but it's still bad. So take the screws, put them to one side, drop that in there, take the wheels out. Drop that in there. And drop the unit in there so that can start working its magic on all that gunk. And I'll take that out because I don't need that in there. So that's all in there now. Give it a good stir. Well, the muck's actually, I can see it falling. That's, look at that. Just pulled that off. Oof. Disgusting. Right. I'm going to need my cloth now. Just place that on there. Where's my tweezers? There they are. Right. Let's have a look. Right. Let's get the really, really mucky one out. Let's have a look. Now then. Yeah, that's started to eat away and dissolve it. What I'm going to do, where is it? That's what I'm after. I'm going to scrape out as much of this gunk as I can. Oof. My lord. Looks like someone's had a bad cold. So much, but the goo gun, literally, it's released it. And it's his breaking up as I wipe over it. It's not staying in a clump anymore. What I've got to do is find out how I remove the cogs that are within inside there without breaking the casing. Right, come to that when we're cleaned. So let's start cleaning up the muck. I'm not saying this is the right way to do it, but this is the way I'm showing you how I'm doing it. I've done this on a few of the 158s already, and the response to, not the response, the improvement of them has been phenomenal. They've gone from really much better afterwards, much better, to the point where you'd think they were new again. Ugh, can't believe the amount of gunk coming off. So I'm just doing this to start with an initial wipe down, get rid of the really nasty stuff. Right, I'm just going to get my cloth now without damaging the contact strips. Just a bit of a strong wipe down with the cloth to get some of the really thicker stuff off that just won't budge. There we go, got them. Oh yeah, that's better. So how many in the chat? Hands up in the chat if you've got a old Bachmann Branchline class 158s. Not the new ones, the old ones, these older ones. A tin of carb cleaner is good as well. Brake cleaner, yeah, brake cleaner is good. It can be good, but you've got to be careful on your plastics because it will melt the plastics. Craig. Right, let's have a go on the inside now. No, I can't afford Bachmann, says Brian. I had one until a few weeks ago. Trev, great stream tonight, Trev. Great to have you here. Effingham's link there. Clive Cabold, good evening, Clive. That's actually running so much better. Them cogs are actually freewheeling now. They wouldn't even budge before. Now there is a bit of grease down the sides there. There we go, getting it now. Look, there's a blob there of mist. Yeah, I can see a blob down there. There it is. Listen, I have a Class 158 here. Is it Bachmann Branchline edition, Clive? It's actually, the gunk's sliming out from down the side of the cogs. Traded against a Hornby Terrier and some modelling supplies, he says. Cool, excellent stuff. Right, it's now so much better. Just see a little bit there of mist. I'm wondering if I actually need to take the cogs out because it's that freewheeling now. A little bit of light oiling, it should be okay. After a new motor bogie assembled for my Hornby 155, says Brian. Right, just checking now. Some gunk on the outside edge there. Let's get rid of that. A little bit there. Get as much of it out as possible. There's more. Oop, now throw my tweezers across the place. Don't want to leave really any of it in there. Yeah, so it's like snot. It's that thick. Someone's just gotten over a bad cold. That's all I can give you an example of, really. The 158 video Jason mentioned that I sent him is on YouTube. It's called the 158 Experience. Indeed it was. And I enjoyed watching that, actually. And it does feature these Regional Railways 158s. I believe this gunk's still coming off. And I think, let's give that a bit of a wipe. Yeah, that's clean now. As clean as I'm going to get it with that. Let's give that a blow on it. Yeah, that's looking so much better. So there we go. I'll put my elbow. See if I can get it to focus. So as you can see, you couldn't even see through there before. That is now spotless. There's a nice dab of modeling oil on there just to keep those going. Will be perfect now. Good, done away with all that ranky grease. Let's just give you. Let me see if I can pick up all the grease I've just pulled out of that. It's not all of it, but look at that. That solid fat lard I've just pulled out of it. It's most of it, but not all of it. I'll do it. I'll put it on the end of one there. Put that in the bin. There we go. It's just stuck to the side of the bin. Yeah, horrendous indeed. So we need to do that. That one's clean. Let's grab the other one. I say this one wasn't as bad. Still got a lot on it, but nowhere near as bad. So we're just rubbing in. Same process again as we did last time. Just working it into the corners, into the muck, because it's so thick. You can hear it's going. That's a sign of cleanliness. Squeaky clean. And also it's good, although I'm not going to be using them. Well, I can use them, can't I, the contacts, because I could use them. So primarily, I suppose, instead of using the wand, I could connect them for power of the interior lighting that I'm planning on putting in these for the future. Yes, there is the open day at Worley next month, which is actually tomorrow, isn't it? Crikey, where's the year going? It's 1st of February tomorrow. Soon be Christmas. Sorry, swearing. Oh, this side's a bit bad. Oh, no, it's not. That's just off one side, one little area. Look at that. Yeah, I can't see it, can you? It's blurred. It sure won't be soon. Come back to that side. Right, let's dig in. Let's get inside. Let's see what we can scoop out of here. Oof, slimy. Ugh. I thought that was not as bad. I don't know now. It's quite bad, to be honest. But we're getting there. We'll be doing Doncaster on the 11th. There's no rail strikes, as they have to give 14 days notice. Best month of the year tomorrow. I know why that is, Bernie. That's because you're off to Cape Verde. Would a brush be better than an ear cleaner? Ear cleaners, you don't put these in your ears. Never put cotton buds in your ears. Never. Worst mistake you'll ever do. Yes, you could use, if you got an old toothbrush, which I do have, but I don't know where to put it. An old toothbrush would work well. Only thing is, with a toothbrush, it sprays everywhere. It will spray everywhere. It's good, really getting to be quite abrasive on areas, but this is not too bad. It's doing the job really well. But yeah, a toothbrush would be sufficient, as long as you don't mind in the spray of all the gunk going everywhere. The cleaner. I think that is clean. Just go between the cog now, just pull out any lumps I can see, which is not many at all. I think we've got most of it. And I can confirm the cogs are running a lot freer. They're not as free as the other set. That's because I've not done the top bit yet, but they are a lot freer. Right, let's work on the top area now. You need a tool drawer, Jason. I've got a tool drawer. I've seen yours. I've just got myself. I've got some new screwdriver for Christmas off my mum. Lovely present. Sorry. That's what these are that I'm using. These new screwdriver set I got off my mum for Christmas. Lots of different sizes screwdrivers. Fantastic for modelling. I think, because that one was not as bad, I think. Route 7, Steve, good evening. I think we're done. Oh, I can see a bit of solid grease in there. Yeah, we'll get rid of that. Yeah, nowhere. We haven't pulled out anywhere near as much of the gunk out of this side as we did with. It's pretty clear that is now. I'm just going to give it a bit of a once over white. Timber, good evening. Where have you been? Nearly finished. No, we haven't. Not even nowhere near finished yet. I'll just give this its final wipe down. I say I am going to put some isopropyl alcohol in it just to break down any greasiness left behind. So that's now clear as well in there. So it's not as freewheeling as that one. That one is literally spinning. That one's a little bit stiffer. I'm not sure if there's anything apart from adding a little drop of oil I can do to improve that. Maybe. So I would like, preferably, to actually take the cogs out, but that's without breaking the casing. In fact, I could. I'd have to pop the. I might be able to do it actually with using this. That would be to pop out. Oh, there we are. Actually, there's one. Didn't know it was that easy. Might have been easier to clean if I'd have done that. And there's another one. Just grab that. There we go. That's the two wheel cogs. What I'm going to do is obviously I'm going to need to keep hold of those. So I'll show you exactly what I've just done on the next one. So I've taken the lead cogs out, so they're not going to be making any contact with the drive wheels now, which is good. So it doesn't matter how freewheel they're running. Just give that a wipe down. bit better. Right, so leave that to one side. So on here, you really going to struggle to see. In fact, no, you can. There, that little shiny bit. It's a little pin, and there's one there as well. There's a little pin there. Literally push that, and these cogs will fall out. There's one, and there's another one. Just grab the pins, pull them out. There's the cog. Grab the pin, and that cog will fall out too. There we go. And simple as that to remove. This is never going to be a motorized unit again. So it is going to be purely 100% a dummy. So these will be going in the spares box. Right. So that's those done. Put the cogs to one side and the pins. Don't need them. For these, don't really need to do much with these now. These are pretty clean. So we'll be able to put, I'm just going to give them a wipe with the cloth in between. There we go. And clean. And that cloth keeps sliding off. Next is the wheels. Now, obviously, wheels are wheels. I'm going to pull them all out now. And also, I'm going to lift out the blocks from the top. I think that's everything now. Nothing else in there, no. Just place them to one side. We'll come back to those. There's the four wheels from the two drive axles. And for that, simply the muck on them wheels, I can see already, even before I've even touched these, the muck. So just a little wipe. It's literally just wiping off now. And the wheels are starting to shine. And these wheels were absolutely filthy when I put them in, and they are no longer. I try my best not to use a track rubber to clean wheels, as they do score them, which in turn then attracts dirt to them a lot stronger, a lot more, if you know what I mean. It encourages the muck to get stuck to them more. That's off one wheel. That's one wheel. I'll just give the interior cog a wipe. There we go. You can separate these wheels into, they will pull apart like so. So let's just keep them together. That's just easier to work with if they're together. And I'll be doing the measurements on them as well. Nice and clean. Most of the muck has actually dissolved off them. These, you couldn't even, there was that much muck, you couldn't even see the wheels. Oh, I'll do. That one, muck on that wheel. Next. And we'll just keep working on. 2 more to go. Malibu and Tizer. Just how bad is the motorized version? That's a lot cleaner. This one was absolutely disgusting. In fact, this one's really bad. This wheel's terrible. Look at that. That one was a bad one. That was just off one wheel. It was my set. I have actually kept quite clean. They do need, the wheels just do need some light clean up, but nowhere near as bad as this. And the motor inside is spotless because I've already had that part and cleaned it all up. That's that one. And finally, just do the inside of the wheels first. The pickups always pick up. That one's filthy. Again, mucky. That's the 4 wheels done. I say they've still got the greasy bits on them, so we'll be getting rid of that in a moment. Just clean the tops. Not too bad then. It's not 100% necessary. It's just basically the handling of these is the reason for cleaning these up. That's one. Can't wait to see these on test. I'm looking forward to getting it on the track once it's all back together, giving it a good. Obviously, this is not going to be this isn't motorized, but it will be hopefully nicely freewheeling. So I'm going to put the wheels back in now, making sure that the pickups touch them, and they do nicely. It's nice smooth spin. Oh, that clear. That's nice. Oh, the gear's okay, not split or broken. The gears are in absolutely perfect condition. No issues whatsoever. Just notice that pickup lead bending outwards. It's bent inwards. Obviously, I want to maintain the pickups because I will use them. I think I will use them for interior lighting. So they're already pre-made. That's free spinning. Nice. Not bad considering it wouldn't even move before. That pickup one's bending out. And just heard my heater just clicked back in. It's cooled down. What is the temperature in here? 17 degrees. Nice pleasant 17 degrees tonight. Not too hot. Got a bit warm last week. And I think we're all right on that one. So we'll just give the wheels a run on there. Yeah, that's lovely free flowing. Lovely. Yes. Right. Just going to go and get my modeller's oil. as always. Can't find it. It's in here somewhere, I know it is. It's here somewhere. I've used it recently. An oil pen. Downright typical, but now I need it. I cannot find it. Nowhere else it can be. It's got only place it can be is in this box. Oh no, for some reason it's not there. Well, what I did get while I was there is my back-to-backs. So I'll have to do that drop of oil on it another time. Now I use for back-to-backs, I used to think this one, which is digital. And so digital measurements. I find this really, really good. But then you also got a standard one, which is the brass one, which was the very first one I had. And I also do have a Westall Wagon Works one as well, which I've never used yet. Maybe that's something to look at. Right, I'm going to take this away now. I'm going to start putting these back together now. In fact, no, we're not. I'm going to give this a wipe. So I don't need to be using the buds for this, with this being a solid metal. And give this a true wipe with the cloth. Tilt that camera up a little bit. Oh yeah, it's nice and clean under there. Hello, Alan. And we'll obviously this is just the power car unit. The dummy car unit's got to be done as well. Got a message there from someone. I can't read it right now. But that is looking lovely now. Oh, lovely, lovely. Chat just crashed. Yes. And it didn't bring that text off. I thought it might not. Right. Oh, missed a bit. J Cloth and PBA Allen in the house. Right, there's the chassis all cleaned up. Inside there, you can see it's nice and clean now. How clear that is compared to what it was. That Gugon is fantastic stuff. Now, what I'm just going to briefly do is just going to get a bit of isopropyl alcohol. Just a drop. Don't need much of this. I'm only using these. I do like the smell of that stuff. Checking. I don't need to use there. Just on the wheels. Oops. Need to hold the wheels in. just on the wheels, just to get any film off that might have been left behind. And you know, if you did this, if these buds stay clean, your wheels are lovely. Look at that. There you are, as a sign of how clean, nowhere being brought off. Because that Goo Gone is just that good. Those wheels are shiny. Right. Okay, so it's time to put these back together. Now, they obviously need to go back in a certain way. And the big thick end on there is the outside end of the loco. And on these, the axle needs to come to the worm gear. Okay, the worm gear sits in there. The axle comes from that end. And that is it. Back together. We can actually put the coupling back on that. Where did I put the coupling? This is the one that goes at the back, which joins the two together. Where have I put the coupling now? Put it down somewhere. Oh, I'll find it in a minute. Let's get the other one. So again, the opposite way round. Goes, that is to the inside of the loco. It needs to go that way around. There we go. Back in. Now, let's get them back into the train. So the small one. Oh, actually, we need to put the caps back on, don't we? You want to unmask me, Brian? So I need the little screws, which are in here. There's one. I think that's not the right screw. Yeah, there you are. Should be one more. Nope, they're not the ones. Sorry, that's for those. There they are. That's that cap on. Oop, that's falling off. Quite in right. Right, that is the back. Yeah, that's that one. Let's get that in. Perhaps we've got a better screwdriver. Now, don't over tighten the bogie screws, because that determines how easy. Right, over tighten that, that's now stiff. Release it. That's now free. Now, remember when I said be very careful with those clips? Well, this is why it happens. No, actually, it's there we go. That clip there has gone loose, so we'll have to make a slight modification to make that stay on, just for now at least. So I'm not going to glue it for now. I'm just going to put a bit of tape on it, unless I can find my glue. All right, which I can. So we'll put a little blob of glue just to hold that in place. Bear in mind, the glue will make the plastic turn a little bit white. You have to be very careful. I want to only put enough glue on it to still give me the opportunity, and for future, if I need to re-release it. Just a tiny blob, just to hold that in place. Like so. It's not going to affect any mechanical parts, so that's fine. That'll hold now. Yep, it's already holding, and we can put that in place. Just making sure we get this the right way around, which is that way. And let's get that one in. I have put the right screw in, and what I also need to do is place that back in there. Because that screw there is the board screw, which, yeah, that's fine. Don't need that one. So, from not being able to move at all, because it was that solid, that is free moving. DRS68, hello. Thank you very much for the very generous 179 super chat donation. That is extremely generous of you. But knowing what I have done, I've actually just over tightened that. So let me just free that up a little bit. Hope you are well, my friend. Not seen you for a long time. There we go. That completely freewheeling. Let's get the dummy. That's actually a lot more freewheeling than that. I can feel the tension on that. Those wheels will not turn. That is so much better. Right. So let's put the seats back in, because we have stripped this down. We have taken it back. This was a motor. Basically, the dummies and the motors, they are exactly the same at the end of the day. Just making sure I get these seats the right way round, and also the right one. That could be this one. And we're taking the motor out. It's also possible you could actually scratch build some additional seating to fill the entire zone. Try and get this to go in. Without pushing down on the bogie. There we go. It's clipped in. Is that the right way around? I think so. Yeah. Nope. was it? No, it was the right way around. So without pressing down on the bogie, there we go. It's clipped in. So we've got the wheels back in. So loads of room in there for future seating, which, yes, I think I probably will do. Add the seating, add some extra seating. Might be worth see if we can get some 3D printed extra seating to go in there. And then that goes back in. Where's that additional screw? There it is. And because I've taken that plate out, so I might be able to replace the missing one. That one's in. Oh, there it is. It doesn't fit. Spare screw. And there we go. It's got a nice wobble on that, actually. Centralized wobble. That's good. Let's get that on the track. See how that freewheels now. Oh, yes. Oops, just too fast. Much better. Much better. So, where is my... Still haven't found the coupling. I took it off. And I put it somewhere. Can't remember where I put it. Should I put it? Did I put it in the box? There it is. I found it. Right, so let's put the coupling back on. There we go. So, same thing will be done now with the dummy. Bear in mind, that still needs to have a drop of modeler's oil now on the wheels, and that will obviously make it run even smoother again. The dummy set, we don't necessarily need to be taking up the body out because these are not motorized components. We don't actually need to take the wheels out on this one because we can unclip them straight off and take the wheels straight out. Again, being really careful not to break those clips. There you go. And there's the wheels. We don't need to actually take these out completely. There we go. Gently does it to take the carriage out. Oh, actually. Oh, right. Interesting. The pickup on that one is absolutely loose. There's a little screw holding the pickup kit in, and it's loose. Yeah, I'll just tighten that up. Yeah, because these it does have pickups still. It's a little bit too tight now. Just release. There we go. There we go. That's better. I've never known that. That's fine. And it doesn't have pickups on there. Pickups only on that wheel there. So, yeah, they are a bit mucky. Oh, we'll just do these now. We'll start with fresh buds. A little bit of the Goo Gone just on those wheels. Don't need to soak these, and they're not that bad at all, to be honest, on the dummy. It was all the power car, as you would expect, with it being really mucky with that disgusting grease. They are still dirty though. I can already see muck dissolving on them. So keep looking back at the chat. Can't remember what livery it is. It's rarely seen it, to be honest. What's that? Someone picked the 37 KO5. Howard, profits off. Good night, Howard. Thanks very much for joining us. Regional blue livery. Yes, this is Regional Railways. Let's leave them to soak for a bit. A little bit of muck off that last one. Let's have a look at chat. For those interested, later 158s in the Regional Railways livery from 91 onwards deliveries had the stripes go all the way along with Regional Railways branding and not express. All right, well these, yeah, this one says the express there, and you just see it, Regional Railways underneath there. Yeah, the Regional Railways livery. Ooh, drop that. Just need to sort that. Okie dokie. And those carriages are spotless, which is good. I'm going to do, you need to say this, yeah. So these wheels, I'm going to just do show you the back-to-back tester on these wheels. It's clean. Again, give it a bit of a wipe with the isoprope. I haven't seen 8810 run with load for weeks, just light engine convoy units. I think what was the last one I saw? I think it was 8 Minivera is the last one I saw. Not been out for a while actually, with all the cold weather. Not had the opportunity to get out. Maybe something to. She's been a pain. That's why they aren't using her on loads. Right. Drop of isoprope now on those. Yeah, I can use that just to take any film off. Quick wipe over it. eliminating fill. Eagle Creek, hi all. On night shift, so just bobbing in. Great to see you, Ben. 8801 is still off the radar too. It's in hiding. Elusive. Everyone saying hi to Ben, Eagle Creek. Oh, that's the wrong stuff. I've just dipped that in. The express branding was deleted. Regional Railways branding was moved to the doors at the cab end of the car, below where the express branding would have been. Right. Right. So let's get them back, because this was just a simple clean-up job. Really could do with finding my oil. That's bugging me that I've not been able to find that. What we'll do is just clean them contacts up. I have my oil pen for weeks. Now when I need it, can't find it. I bet when I finish the stream, I'll find it. There we go. Right, carriage back on now. Make sure I get this the right way around. That one goes that way. Or does it? Don't think it does actually. I think that goes that way. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it's going on now. What was it? Oh! And guess what I've just done? This is how fragile they are. Done it again. Broke again. Another one. Not to worry. Just a blob of glue. Soon fix that. Just need to know which way around that goes. I'll put this one on first, because then I'll know. That's a Bachmann made at China. Ah, there we go. Let's plug that underneath there. So that clips on, like so. Yep, that's clipped on. Was it? No, it hasn't. Maybe it might have been good. There we go. Now she's on. Oh, that's free. Lovely sound of free running wheels. And I've just knocked everything on the floor. Where's my wheel gone? There it is. Right. It goes that way. Definitely goes that way. Yep. It's gone on now. Bit of glue, just hold that there. There we go. That's just catching on the pickups, but they're freewheeling. That side's not on. Now it is. Right. Let's see how we're doing then. Squeaky, but freewheeling. Lovely. Right, let's give these a run. I need to clear the line first. What have we got on the track? We have, oh, okay, just bear with me. Okay, so first of all, we'll run one. We'll get my main unit out, which is that one. I'll switch camera in a moment. I just need to work out what number that is. Yeah, moving. Okay, so now we need what was the power car, which is that one. Oh yes, pulling it. No, I wouldn't pull it before. Right, let me switch to a roaming camera for you. Now you might hear some thundering sound. That's because my power car wheel just needs a little bit of cleaning on it. So this is my power car pulling the dead stripped down power car. It actually sounds like a 158. Okay. Quite like that sound actually. So now I'm going to add the dummy power car on. Okay, let's see how that does. The coupling is not holding. I'm wondering if I put that coupling on the wrong way around. One moment. Right. There it is. That's that. Put that on the track. Let's see how this will work. It's gonna no, leave that there. Well, it wouldn't pull it before, wouldn't move it before, but it is now. Oh, just derailed. Oh. There we go. Off you go. Come on, you've just been moving. Still needs a bit of oiling. Come on. My power car now needs a service. But it's pushing it. It wouldn't even move before. So next thing is for me to do then is my power car, which I won't do now tonight. Oh, come on, camera. Come on, turn. There we go. Let me just grab them all. So that's mine, which the power car needs a clean. That's the one we've just done. That needs a little bit of the oil on, just on that one to get rid of that squeak. But that is beautifully freewheeling. That one is now. That does need, yeah, the wheel there. I think, is that the one with the pickups? Yeah, it is. What I might do is disable the pickups on that. I'm not sure, might leave it. It's the pickups that are making the squeal on that one. But the power car of mine, which is massively heavy, difference in weight now, that one, its wheels are absolutely disgusting actually looking at them. This is my power car. Muck on the wheels. Give that one now a good strip down, just like I've done with the previous one. And oh yeah, they are filthy. And then that one will run as smooth, all being well. Oh my lord, actually, looking at that, that is exceptionally filthy. Yeah, that needs a good clean. So that's the next case on the cards for that. So next, I have, let me switch camera. Well, next week I'll show that running for you. You see me do the strip down. Hello. See me do that strip down. It is pretty simple. I've got some spare bits and bobs here. If anyone's after any 158 spares, just get in touch. Wiring, cogs, things like that, let me know. I'm sure I can sort them out for you. I'm going to get the time this week to give mine a bit of a cleaning, because I thought it was actually clean. If I said it was earlier, I was obviously lying. I'll find my oil pen, just get that oil up a little bit, and give this other one a really good clean up. And next week, all being well, we'll be starting the show, and I'll get you showing you this absolutely running beautifully. If you're a channel member, you'll get to see it beforehand as well, before the public. So we might do something a bit special for you channel members, additional stream, something to showing me just doing this strip down of this second one, but we'll have to wait and see. Yeah, that's pretty easy how you to strip down the old 158s, relatively easy. And if you can get your hands on an old clapped out 158 and you want to like make a 4-car set, it's that simple, just to strip it down, strip out the motor, and convert your 158 set from a 2-car to a 4-car. You could theoretically do it into a 3-car to make it the 3-car 158s, which will pretty much only in TransPennine livery, or quite often you'd see the 158s paired up, 2 sets paired up, especially in the regional railways livery. That's going to be it for this week. What are we on actually? 153. Yeah, thank you very much. Huge thank you to everybody then for joining me this week. Oh, I've not bored you too much. Hope that's been a bit of interest to you. Certainly I have learned a few things myself. Brian there says I might do that with my 155. Dead easy to do, really easy. Strip them down and just make them freewheeling. And let's say you did get these kind of things with the occasionally you got them paired up with 158s paired up with a 150, no 150, 155, the 1-car units, 153s. That's what I was thinking of. You did quite commonly get them in 3s with another class as well. Quite often you'd see that on these Crew to Stoke line actually. But yeah, that is it for this week. I've not bored yet. I'll be back again next Tuesday, 7 o'clock here on YouTube, for Barnabas Junction's YouTube Tuesday. Thank you very much for joining me. As always, please do like, comment, and subscribe. It's free to subscribe, and if you're really feeling you want to help support the channel, then please do join as a channel member from as 99 pence a month, and it's totally up to you. I do have, just briefly, I'm just going to test actually, just check. Yes, I do have an option for something which I might activate. It's showing on my phone now. It wasn't showing on my phone, but it is now. Something quite unique for you all to enjoy. J. Paul Powell Anderson, hello to you. Thanks for joining us. We're just dropping off now for this week's stream. As always, keep an eye on the community tab of the channel, and thank you very much. Remember, stay safe, stay well, and keep on modeling. Until next time, ta-ra!